everyone. Thanks once again for tuning in to Porch Talk. When is the perfect time, probably never for parents, for your kids to date? When is a good time? It's probably the better question. I think 16, no earlier than 16. If I could push it to 18, that'd be even better. But 16, it can't be no younger. I think talking to boys maybe on the phone, monitored for a short period of time, maybe at 14. I don't know, that might even be pushing it. Might push it up to 15, but when it comes to dating, for sure 16. That's when I started dating. It was like a group dating thing. I really believe in that for safety reasons and other reasons. Now chaperoning on, I think that's a bit over the top. But yeah, group dating, a couple of you and your friends, at least another couple to start off with, then you can progress to by yourself. To me, I think it's the best thing to do.
Okay. I think at 15, it's okay to start the group dating. At 16, when you want to go on a one-on-one date, I need to know that you're prepared for it, that you're mature enough. And I have nothing to gauge at 16 just to say, hey, yeah, I'll let you go on a date. Even though I may know this person. So I always believe in preparation, preparing you. I need to see your maturity level. I need to see if you're responsible. I need to see how you interact. Are you following my rules? You know, all these things. So I think at 15, the group dating is acceptable. And maybe because I've done this, now that my son is 15, I'll go across to the mall while they're at the movies. You know, but I'm close by. I'm not going to be hounding you guys and things like that. It's a group of you guys. And I'm okay with that. And it gives us the opportunity to have discussions. How are you feeling? How are your hormones?
Oh, that's good.
You know, it kind of prepare you. You get to control the situation. You get to stay close enough to the situation. It gets to prepare them. That way, at 16, when they want to go on one-on-one, they already know how to be mature. They know how to be respectful. They know the rules, the do's, the don'ts. It's preparation, you know. And they're less likely once they've been prepared and they built up to it to do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in just being thrown to the wolves. So that's why at 15 for me, it's okay to start doing a group date to prepare you to start really dating once you become 16. And then 2, I gotta know, you know, some 16-year-old youth, they're not mature enough and they haven't prepared, they haven't learned, they haven't been taught, they haven't been guided just to be like, yeah, now that you're 16, you can go ahead and date. So I feel like at 15, the group thing is appropriate. And then at 16, you know, when you want to do a one-on-one date, now that I know that I prepared, you have answered questions, I've guided you, we done talked about this keeping it respectful thing, you've been prepared. It's like, you know, I can't expect someone that's been caged to go out there and be responsible. It's like you cage somebody and then you let them go, they go, wow. Yeah. So preparation to me is the key. Teaching them respect, building them up, answering questions, being able to guide the situation before I just allow you into the situation is key for me. And I'm just speaking from experience since my son is 15 now. Right,
and my son has not gotten there. So what do you think about curfew at about 15? Do you think midnight is appropriate, or do you think that's too early?
Well, it's definitely not too early, but at the latest of midnight. And that just depends on if you're just hanging out and you're at a friend's house. For me, midnight is a little bit late. But if you guys were going on a date or going to a show or something, then midnight is appropriate. And midnight is appropriate for me because sometimes my son don't get out of practice till 10 o'clock. And that's how he spent a lot of his days after school, is in practice. So if you have a practice and then, you know, you have to clean up and then you go out and hang out, then, you know, midnight is appropriate, but definitely no later than midnight.
So this is another example of where the situation is relative to what you have going on as well. Yes. Now, that doesn't mean that 2 a.m. is okay, because that's not okay. But just like Karissa was saying, her son doesn't get done with practice till 10, so midnight is appropriate. But yeah, I mean, chilling over people's house, no, you're not about to do that all day. Yeah. You've got activities going on. Okay, so we're going to go to putt-putt golf at 8. By 9 or 10, we'll be done with that, and then we might go catch something at the Coney, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you've got 2 or 3 things going on. It might be putt-putt golf, movies, Conies, whatever. The child has to make that make sense.
Exactly.
But it can't be a bunch of idle time, because here we go with some foolishness. foolishness
exactly
on the rise.
Yeah. And that's why it's up to them to know, and that's why I say, 15, the group dating is appropriate, because now you get to manage time. You learn time management, because that's your responsibility. It's not my responsibility to manage your time. That's for you to do, so you could prove to me that your maturity and that you deserve your space. I can't give you something if I don't know how you're going to react with it. But at midnight, usually that's the curfew by law, that kids under 18 being by midnight, so I'm fine with that.
In a lot of cases, we say you give a person enough rope, they'll hang themselves. I think in this case, that rope has to be extended based on what you're being shown.
Right.
Because sometimes a kid can hang themselves so bad there's no coming back from it. So you don't want to just throw that extended length of rope out there and let them just take themselves out the game with it. So
a little bit at a time, parents.
A little bit at a time.
Yeah, you have to know what your child is mature enough, and as a parent, that is your job. You're supposed to be watching. You're supposed to get them, if you've taught them, you're supposed to let them go out and see if they apply what they've learned. And then you'll know whether your child is mature enough for certain things, because not everybody is mature enough to do a midnight curfew. Not everybody is mature enough to date at 16.
Yes.
I mean, if your grades is not up to par, what
You're
the
not
hell
going
you gonna date? Hell no.
Yeah.
You can't even do what the hell you supposed to do, and you think that you about to date. You can't be responsible with your damn self, and you think you gonna be responsible with somebody else. Oh, hell no. So it's a lot of things as a parent I look at to see if you're mature enough. Are you mature enough at 16 to drive? Am I going to allow you to drive? Am I going to allow you to date? Do you deserve it? So it's several things that I look at. I definitely believe in preparation, preparing them little bit by little bit. Do it where you can control the situation.
Yes.
Don't be so hard, and don't be neglectful, where you're not teaching them, you're not doing your part, and then they get 18 and they then boom, fucked up.
Right.
Boom, they got locked down. You don't want to do that. You want to give them a little bit and see if they can handle. I'm not going to give you all this, and I don't know that's what the fuck you can handle.
Right.
My job is not to set you up for failure. My job is to prepare you and to teach you. And prepare you for situations. And I can't prepare you for everything, but I can teach you how to be resourceful, how to think your way out of a situation, who to contact. I can give you those tools. And in time, you'll figure out what tool you need when you need it as a parent. Just being responsible. I want to do everything I can to put them in a good situation. And I still want them to live life. I want them to have fun. I want them to be able to date responsibly. I want them to know that it's okay to stop dating. Don't feel like you're too young. Don't think that this is a lifelong thing. This is a learning thing. This is a journey. People grow into things. They grow out of things. You're going to experience something else. And that other person is too. And it's okay. It should be fun. It should be experienced. It should be light. It should be casual. Nothing too serious. But definitely do your part while you can control the situation. See what they can handle, and when you see that they're handling what you giving them, how they should be handling, then give them a little bit more. Do it in stepping stones, and that's how you keep them successful.
It's got to be a balance. It's got to be a balance between instructions and guidelines and freedom. It's got to be a balance.
Right.
You can't be one extreme or the other. Thanks again, once again. I want you guys to make sure you chime in and give your suggestions on what you would like to talk about when it comes to parenting. Check you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Make sure you choose Rocky Road Productions LLC Porch Talk to feed your entertainment needs. And you can do that by following us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you like this video and share it with all your family and friends. Tag somebody in it, why don't you? And don't forget to comment down below and let us know how you feel. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe. That's right. You'll catch us every week. Looking forward to see you again next time. Bye.